and wings. Sorry. I would like to have wings. Any crazy scientist looking for a subject? You got one. On Monday, I got to go see John Green in the city on Van Ness Avenue at Books Inc. John Green is a vlogbrother, and I'll put a link to him, one of his videos, in the doobly-doo. Maria works at FSD, Foundation for Sustainable Development, and we went to Japantown, had dinner, and then went to Books Inc. on Van Ness. We found the place, we got there a little late, but there was a huge crowd, so we didn't really get that close interaction that I was hoping for, like when I went to see Scott Westerfeld back in October. It was really cool. It was awesome. It was so neat to see, you know, the real guy, John Green, that does the Vlog Brothers, and that inspired me to do this to you guys. John talked about what inspired him, which I thought was the most interesting thing about the evening, because he talked about how he is inspired by the fact that the world is in such disarray. Okay, John, I'm with you. He all of a sudden went into this, like, deep, whole philosophical thing about how, you know, the world is, you know, dying, essentially, and, like, how everything's just going to crap, and, like, how we need to, like, look out for each other, and how that inspires him to write. That is not entirely what inspires me to write. It's all about the story, you know, for me. It's all about, that's what's inspiring to me, is the idea that there is this whole other world inside my head, and to continue living in the non-crazy state that I'm in, I have to put it into words, onto a computer, or onto paper. So that's what inspires me to write. But Sam, I know that you write, so I was wondering what inspires you to write. Jade, do you do any writing? If you don't do any writing, does there anything that inspires you to play sports? Like, you know, what really gets you motivated? I mean, the place was just packed with people. There might have been maybe 100 people in this little bookstore. There were really cool people. I met this really cool girl named Roxanne, and I wish I had gotten a picture with her, but she had these awesome boots, which I'm going to show you. They had the little cat face on the boot. I brought my very first copy of Looking for Alaska. I actually got this book before I knew that John Green was a vlogbrother, and before all that, and he realized that this was a really early copy of Looking for Alaska, because it's a little bit beat up, and it's, you know, the first cover and stuff like that. So he was kind of excited to see it. He was like, he looked at it, he was like, oh wow. So he signed it. And he also signed Maria's copy, because she came with me, of Will Grayson, Will Grayson. Very exciting. It was so cool. I loved seeing John Green, and I hope to see him again sometime, and hopefully I'll get to just shake his hand, because we were towards the end of the line, and there was, you know, 100 people there, and I didn't really, he looked so tired that I couldn't, I didn't want to, you know, bother him any more than necessary. Also this week, I finished reading Fang by James Patterson. It's about these kids that have been genetically engineered to have wings. It was awesome. It was so cool to read about, and I loved it. I cannot stress enough that it was an awesome book, and you should go read it. The first one is called Maximum Ride. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo for the first book in case you want to look it up. I was in it, and it was going good, and you had those, like, gut-wrenching moments where you're just like, oh, I can't believe that happened! I just spit because I'm so excited. And then it kind of resolves itself, and you're like, oh, okay, good. Now we can continue with the story, and then you're towards the end, and you're all nice and good, and everything's hunky-dory, and you're like, alright. Gonna keep going, can't wait for the next book, and then all of a sudden something happens at the end, and you're just like, no, how could that happen? Why would you do that? Next week I'm going to be doing an early vlog. I'm going to be putting it up on Wednesday, which is Cinco de Mayo. I know, it's supposed to be Cinco de Mayo. Next week is Hank Green's, one of the Vlog Brothers' birthday, and John Green has asked all the nerd fighters nerd fighters to do something for his birthday and send in a video or a picture. So I'm going to be doing that, and hopefully I'll get into the video, but I'm going to do my own little happy birthday vlog to Hank Green. So I look forward to that on Wednesday, and I'll do a regular vlog as well on Thursday or Friday of next week. So you get 2 videos next week. That's 4. What I mean is 2 videos next week. Yeah, 2. 1, 2. So, Sam and Jade, I will see you soon, and you guys have a great weekend, okay? Alright. Love you, bye. James Patterson, why would you do that to me? You left me hanging. I mean, literally dangling by a little thread in the middle of the Grand Canyon. Me, Grand Canyon, falling.